everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having a lovely day. Now today's video is going to be following on from a video that I did recently called My Acne Struggle. I'd recently gone to see a dermatologist, a private dermatologist in the UK, to see if they could help me with my adult acne. I'll give you a really brief history, and this is going to be really brief because I did actually tell you a lot about it in my last video, so if you can go down through my last videos you'll find it. But basically I've struggled with acne on and off all my life since childhood. Well, I'd say sort of since I hit puberty. I've been on Dianet, I've been on Yasmin, I've been on limacycline, I've been on erythromycin, I've been on minocycline, I've tried Zineret topical cream, I've tried Duac, and I've, all of those to a degree help somewhat. The thing is, as soon as you stop taking them, your acne can come back with a vengeance sometimes. So what happened with me, I'd been on the contraceptive pill, and you know what, I just didn't want to be reliant on taking pills for the rest of my life. My skin had been absolutely fantastic. Well, for the last sort of year it's been really good. I had to use Yasmin contraceptive pill, and I had to take use Duac topical cream alongside with it because I would get flare-ups, especially around the chin area, which really did help. But I just thought, I don't want to be doing this for the rest of my life, and my skin did seem to me, oh, how wrong could I be, it calmed down a lot. But as soon as I stopped taking them, the acne after about 7 months started to come back, and pretty quick. It was all seemed to be really good, and all of a sudden, bam, really bad skin. So I went to the doctors, they put me on limacycline for a few months, then wanted to switch me to another antibiotic, which I did, but I just wasn't getting the results I wanted, and I didn't want perfect skin. Well, of course I love perfect skin, it wasn't what I was after. But what I was happening to me, first of all, it started around the chin area, and it was kind of spreading, and really nasty deep pustules and a few cysts, but mainly really nasty pustules. So they'd feel really deep, and then they would come to a head, but so much gunk was coming out of them. It was absolutely disgusting and just really painful. It was hurting to wash my face, hurting to brush my hair because I was getting them along my hairline, along the top, one side of my forehead a bit more. I had quite a big cluster along here, and scattered around the chin area, above, like around the top of the lip. And I tell you something, I'm going to try and not be as, I was crying so much in my last video, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try not to do that in this video, because this has been so emotional for me. My self-confidence, you can hear my voice is already starting to go. I'm really going to try and keep it together. I have got, right now, no confidence in how I look. I feel ugly, I feel disgusting, and I'm ashamed to have my skin be like this. I am 35 years old, and I don't want to have bad skin. I love perfect skin, but that's not what I'm after. I just want to feel confident. I can go out without having to put cake of makeup on and feel just feel normal. That's all I want to do, is feel normal. Anyway, so cut a long story short, I went to a UK dermatologist, and he said to me the best thing he thought for me to try next was Isotretinoin, RoAccutane, and to not worry so much about all the horror stories you hear. He said we have used this drug so much, and yeah, there are some horror stories out there, but you can get that with any drug. So you kind of have to weigh up the pros and cons. And if I started to feel suicidal or anything like that, I can just stop taking the pill. That's it for me. And to be honest with you, I've been so depressed with my skin, I had to try it. He said to me, with the dose he was going to put me on, he thought the main thing I'd probably suffer with was sort of dry lips, and a bit of dry skin maybe. That's it. So I had my consultation with him, and as I said, that's what he recommended. He thought the best dose for me. My skin, I'm not saying it's not severe. I don't have severe acne. I'd say it's moderate. My boyfriend would say it's mild. I suppose you always see it worse than yourself. What I tended to get was really angry, painful ones. So when I went there, I was starting to get them. I had them on my forehead, which I never used to get spots. A few here, a few here, I'd have a few here. Nasty ones though, and quite a few on my chin. And so he wanted me to go on a dose. He thinks in 4 to 6 months, fingers crossed, touch wood, this would really help me. He said he's going to start me on 0.5 milligram per kilogram. So I'm on a 30 milligram dose to take once a day. and I had to have my blood work done, and then once the blood work was all done, he said he'd pop the prescription in the post to me and I could go and collect it. Now this is not on NHS, you can go NHS, but you know what, I've actually had all my blood work done, everything else, and actually started the medication, and I went to my GP about it, and I haven't even had the referral letter through to the dermatologists, and that was classed as urgent. So I just didn't want to wait. I didn't want to pay, but for me to get this fixed quicker, if I really could, fingers crossed it works for me, was the best option for me at that moment in time. So my consultation was 150 quid, and to buy the RoAccutane, I'd say it's around about £50 a month. So not really, I mean, it could be worse, and especially if you're not going to be doing this forever. I just won't buy so many clothes or something like that. So that's how I'm seeing it as. I won't buy as many candles, I won't buy as much makeup or anything like that. So that's why I'm thinking it, you know, in that way. The blood tests on private are really expensive. They're like a couple of £100, but now my next ones I can get at my GP, which are for free. So before my appointments I can get them done at my local doctors, so I don't have to pay for those. So it would just mean my consultation each time. And so he put me on, as I said, 30 milligrams, and I have them here. So they don't come in 30 milligram pills in the UK, they come in 20 and 10. So as you can see, there's my RoAccutane boxes there. And I have been on the medication now for, tonight will be night 11. So I've been on it 10, I've actually taken 10 pills so far. And there are loads of horror stories. So what I've tried to do to try and combat some of the side effects I could possibly get, try to drink more water, using a lot of lip balm, using eye drops, and yeah, that's about it really. I'm moisturising, of course. Sorry, I can feel a sneeze coming, thinking I don't want to sneeze. It's gonna come, excuse me. Oh no. Excuse me. But I'm not going to start filming again. I like to keep my videos real, so if I sneeze I sneeze, it doesn't matter. But anyway, you know, so yeah, as I said, I'm trying to drink more water, using eye drops. I'm going to start taking some fish oil tablets, and lip balm. But I always had dry lips anyway, so to me, if they are a bit dry, I'm not sure I'm going to notice it, because my lips have always been dry. So there you go. So have I noticed any side effects even so far? Not really. My lips this morning felt a little bit funny, like a little bit taut, but that's about it. I've got a couple of dry patches on my skin, but now and again I'd get that anyway. I haven't changed my cleansing routine or anything like that. I haven't felt the need to. If I do, I mean, I'm using gentle stuff anyway. I still use spot, I know you shouldn't do, I'm still using a few spot treatments if I feel the need. Because I'm not having any dryness, you see. So if I do, I'd stop completely. But I'm using a lot of really gentle cleansers, gentle toners, lots of really, by Avene. Avene's, you can get in Boots, and their skincare is great, I'd say, for if you're on this kind of treatment. And using really nice heavy duty moisturisers at night as well to try and combat the dryness. But so far, I haven't had any side effects at all. So that's, to me, is fantastic. It's a bit early to see if there's any improvement in nice skin, because as well, I was taking erythromycin before this, and I still have a couple of days left, and you can take them both together, and you can get an initial breakout when you first start taking RoAccutane, and that can help combat that. So I'm carrying on taking those. I've only got about 4 days left, but I mean, my next appointment is basically 6 weeks from starting the treatment, 6 or 7 weeks. So I've only taken it for 10 days. So my next appointment is in about a month's time, I believe. So I said I'm really pleased I haven't noticed any side effects, but my skin, my boyfriend thinks it's already started to improve. I don't want to jinx anything, but I've got a couple of whoppers. Well, I've got a big scab here, you can probably see it, but that was kind of more my fault. I kind of picked it, and it was so disgusting. There's so much white stuff coming out, this yucky thing on my chin, but I'll spare you the gory details. And I've got one kind of here, but other than that, at the moment it's all just scarring, which is just like hyperpigmentation, which is good. I was getting these horrible spots come up here a lot, and they haven't been coming up, but I know it's too early days to tell, but fingers crossed this works for me. And I'm going to try and do regular videos about this every few weeks or so, I'm thinking. So basically every time I sit down to film videos is when I'm going to hopefully, you know, do an Accutane update, because I think this is really helpful, especially in the UK. You don't see as many people in the UK doing these Accutane journeys, but I really want to share this all with everyone, and for myself, and just to show that I'm an adult, I'm in my 30s, and you still can get acne, unfortunately. It's very, very cruel. Really, really is cruel. So there you go. There is my progress so far. Fingers crossed this all goes well for me. I have to have another lot of blood work done just before my next appointment, which I'm getting it done at my local GP, which is great. And yeah, I'll let you know how I get on. Hopefully my blood levels will all be fine, and I can carry on and this treatment will work for me. So thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a lovely day. Bye.